Hello and welcome to an extreme puzzle. This time it is from a Sudoku app that I use on my phone. It sometimes generates easy puzzles and sometimes it generates quite difficult puzzles. You never know. I haven't looked at this one before, so I don't know how this is going to turn out. But I can see that the 4 here and the 4 here forces a 4 in the cell. And this 4 and this 4 will land a 4 in either of these two cells and therefore in one of these two cells as well. One of these two cells must be a 6 because these two cells are blocked by these two 6s here. It's a 2 here and here that forces a 2 to go in this cell at the bottom, and this 2 and this 2 forces a 2 to go here. A 9 must go here or here because of this 9 and this 9. This 7 blocks these 3 cells and this 7 blocks these 2 cells. Therefore, one of these must be a 7. There is a 5 in row 3 and in row 1 we need to find a 5 for row 2. It can't go here, 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 here or here. And it can't go here because of this 5. Therefore, we must enter it here. The 4, 7 and 9 now must find homes in these 3 cells. Therefore, these cells must be a 3, 8, and a 6. An 8 goes a ghost 8 up here, and this 8 here puts an 8 in one of these two cells, along with a 1, because we have this 1 here and this 1 here blocking these cells. So these two cells have to be an 8 and a 1. So if these are 3, 6, and 8, then these two must be a 1 and a 2. This one blocks these cells, this one blocks these cells, therefore this cell must be a 1. And we remember that these two have to be a 1 and an 8, right? This is now a 1 and this is therefore an 8. These two 8s here puts an 8 here. We got a 5 and a 7 here, and they will find homes here and here. There's a 5 already in the column, therefore this must be a 7 and this is a 5. These two now have to be a 3 and a 9, making these two a 4, 5, and a 7. And that means that this cell up here must be a 9. And remember that we needed to find room for a 4, 7, and 9 in these cells here. The 7 prevents a 7 from going here, therefore it must be the 4, and the 7 will go here. This 4 and this 4 puts a 4 in this cell, and this cell now must be a 3. These two cells must be a 9 and a 6. There's a 9 in the column, therefore the 6 goes here and the 9 here. These two cells now have to be a 1 and an 8. And that's easy enough because these two ones up here makes this cell a 1, therefore this cannot be a 1. It must be the 8 that goes here and the 1 must go here. And that gives me a 1 for column 8 as well. This is now going to be a 3 or a 2 along with this cell here. A 2 for column 8 can't go here because of this 2, and it can't go here because of this 2, therefore it must go here. This is now a 6, 8, and this is a 6, 8, except there is a 6 already in this row, therefore this must be an 8 and this a 6. And these two last cells have to be a 3 and 8. There's an 8 in this column, making this a 3 and this an 8. These two cells now have to be a 6 and an 8. There's a 6 in the column, making this an 8 and this a 6. This last cell must be a 2, making one of these a 2, of course. And these three cells have to be a 3, 5, and a 6. There's a 6 here and here, making this a 6. This 9 and this 9 and this 9 forces a 9 to go here, and therefore the 3 must go here. The 3 here blocks these cells, the 3 here blocks these cells, making this a 3, and therefore this a 3, and this must be a 5. These now have to be a 2 and a 4. There's a 2 in this column, therefore this is a 4 and this is a 2. These 2's here force a 2 to go here. These now have to be a 3 and a 9. There's a 3 in the column, therefore this is a 9 and this is a 3. These two last cells were a 5 and a 7, I think. Yes. Therefore, this is also a 5 or a 7, but there's a 7 in the column. So this is a 5, this is a 7, and this is a 5. Now this 5 and this 5 and this 5 force a 5 to go here. What were these again? There were 6 and a 9. Nothing to do right now, but these three now have to be a 4, 7, and an 8. So this is a 7 or an 8, and this is a 7 or an 8, but there's a 7 here. So the 8 goes here and the 7 here, and that puts a 7 here and an 8 here, making this a 4 and this as well. This cell now must be a 9, making this a 9 and this a 6 and this a 6. Well, I have to say this was embarrassingly simple. And this is the hardest level on the app that I have on my phone. I have to say as an excuse that these puzzles are mostly more difficult than this one turned out to be. I hope that you had some fun watching the solve anyway and that you will come back for more. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.